Namaste and welcome to Yoga with Abhay. I am Abhay and today we will be discussing the first Yoga Sutra of Patanjali. As most of you may be aware, Maharishi Patanjali about 2500 years ago collated the knowledge of yoga around that time into a set of 195 sutras or aphorisms or short texts, short sentences which are pregnant with meaning and which lay down the roadmap to achieve yoga or the union of the individual self with the divine self, or achieving the state of samadhi or a state of equanimous mind, which are some of the definitions of yoga. There have been many commentaries around the Yoga Sutras, but what we'll focus today will be an experience which I had when I was teaching some of my students and which I could relate to the first Yoga Sutra, and which I thought I would share with you guys. So the first Yoga Sutra goes as follows: Atha Yoganushasanam, and which literally translates into Atha meaning now, Yoga, and Anushasan meaning self-discipline. So what we are practicing is we are doing the set of Surya Namaskars, and which is a set of asanas performed in rapid succession, and there is a transition particular asana, Ashtang Namaskar, which follows the downward dog, and which the pose has one touching 8 parts of the body on the floor, and hence the name Ashtang Namaskar. So in the downward dog we are already on the hands and the feet, which make up 4 parts. Then following you have to touch the knees on the floor, and then the chest and the chin, which make up the 8 parts of the body. So what was happening is some of the students, due to their samskaras or their limitations or their bodily structure, were finding probably difficult to bring the chest down between the hands, and so were moving the hands in front, picking them up and lifting them up and putting them in front and just flopping down on the floor. So which was not the right way to do the asana. So what I did was I slowed down the cycles, and I was specifically instructing them that you will not be moving the hands from your place, and then slowly placing the chest in between the hands, and which they started following for a few cycles. I thought that would help them correct their pose. But so to check for the last 2 cycles, I speeded up the cycles and also stopped giving the specific instructions for not lifting the hands. And what happened was, during those cycles they just went back to their previous pattern or their samskara or their impressions which were there in their body, and started moving the hands again. So which makes me think is the instructions which I was giving specifically for not moving the part was shasan, or external discipline which was being applied, and which they followed. But soon as the external discipline was lifted, what the sadhaka should have done, or what was their duty, was to apply self-discipline, but which they were not able to do despite being told to do so, because they fell back into their earlier samskaras or patterns which they were used to. So which brings me to the thought that not only in our asana practice but in our life too, probably we have our own set of samskaras, limiting beliefs, perceptions, which make us do things which we are not even aware of, and set us into negative patterns and limiting cycles. So what ideally we should be doing is, our yoga practice should ideally develop our awareness to bring that self-discipline into your life, bring that awareness to identify our limiting patterns and beliefs, and use self-discipline so as to be able to correct those limiting patterns and samskaras. It is only then that our practice of yoga will be moving in the right direction, and which will differentiate it from just being physical exercise. So thank you so much. I hope this short story which I related was helpful to you and will help you in relating to the first sutra that is Atha Yoga Anushasanam, and if that does so, I'll be happy that it has helped you in some way. So thank you once again, and I am Abhay, son of a revolutionary dad, husband to an amazing woman who learns and teaches Sanskrit, gold medal winning martial artist, yoga sadhaka and teacher, and now founder of Yoga with Abhay. I help people to be healthy in mind, body and spirit by teaching them the practices of Ashtang Yoga. Thank you and Namaste. And please, if you haven't already subscribed, please to click on the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you can be notified of any new videos. Namaste.